Hello? Here's one more brief video. When I say brief, I mean that it's much ado about one brief quote generally. I try to make a long version and a short version, sort of like, Sweetly Tweet Twitter has a one, Sweetly Tweet, Sweetly Tweet, Tweetly Tweet. That's Rockin' Robin 1960s song. Bobby Day. Anyways, what? Oh, they have very short amount of characters. My notepad has more, on the standard, I'm gonna dip on the camera. I feel like when I don't wear my glasses, that's more of my true personality. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe, easy breezy, cheesy, sleazy. Alright, so Sleazy E. That's the quote, Dr. Dre music video from the 1990s. That's a lot more characters than whatchamacallit. Alright, so here's my previous post. Simonova, Inova. I get so off of track of what I'm trying to say initially when I see what I wrote, And I would say, it was foolish to ever be ashamed of some of my video gaming videos I made 20 years ago, stuff like that. Because when I watch it again, it's like I see it with a fresh set of eyes, almost as if I was an observer, a spectator, someone who never even met me in person, or someone who's never even known I've existed. And that can be bad also. I've seen videos of my own that I thought where it's like that fable of the boy looking in the pond and he starts to hate his own reflection. Ancient tale. So the more universal the tale, the more, I don't know, it's just, the more personal it is, the more universal it is, the more important it is to understand. Anyways, so this, what I'm saying here, I wrote this on Facebook because the Facebook memory showed up just now, and I'll link to that. And I wouldn't make an issue out of this because it's
a lot of people.
Sort of like comical to make so serious such a light matter. And until I saw the memory of 2 years ago of me showcasing, because I very rarely bring up a video I made my first year of college for, I'll just say it's film school, and this looks a whole lot like one of the other pictures I just looked at, but just the blur of it because I'm not wearing my glasses. So, let me just say it's like my first year of college, of film school, even though this was an English video project. I'll just say it's film school, like Jim Morrison, you can see his first year of college video and stuff. When an Italian makes a sales pitch, I say, would you buy it? With an Italian accent. It sounded more like Borat though. And
Italian guy, caricature.
What, do I play it? Do I have a link to it? I don't know where this video is at.
So
I don't know how to find this video.
Like
I haven't seen it in a long time. I hope I didn't delete it. That's the thing. That was my initial impression, one of my earliest impressions of Marlon Brando in The Godfather. It's very difficult to see right there. And the joke is that I started making completely original. It's like when people premiere themselves online or unleash themselves or release themselves, because it's slavery terms, let's just be honest. So I say premiere, like Borat would say, oh, Premier Bush, yes. Instead of saying album release or album unleash, the video game unleashed on this day, blah, 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 then I just say premiere. It's the nicest way of saying when people go online and showcase themselves. The idea is whatever you want to do, pick anyone, any character from any movie. Try not to infringe too much, but just outright blatantly steal Vito Corleone, the character, right? And then 10 years later, lo and behold, the character, it's like it almost comes true. It's very strange. Most of my videos have the theme of I'm arguing still one of the most philosophical concepts of, are video games real? Like, people are like, why do you take it so seriously? It's just a video game, or it's just a movie. It's just a video game. It's like, some things about video games, like, I was thinking in one of my GTA videos, it has a nurse fist fighting Johnny, the biker, in a hospital, and they're having like a Mortal Kombat brawl in the room. And one of the punches, he's ducking, and she's hitting him like as hard as she can. And anyways, I don't know if I want to showcase that video. I really don't. I made it a couple of years ago, and I put a lot of effort into it. It's like a 2-hour video, and it has the greatest soundtrack. That's all. It's just hit song after song. A lot of Alice in Chains, Lane Staley band from the 90s, Zombie Rob's band, White Zombie song, Route 66 or something. Just the 8-bit version. It sounds like a Nintendo. And wow, what am I talking about here at this point? Oh, when she reaches back, when she cocks back to punch him, the way she does it, it looks so real that a human, it's a video game character, non-player character, NPC, completely imaginary, but the way that she moves looks, it would be like, people would look stupid trying to imitate how realistically some of the stuff in GTA is. And a lot of other games. I have an endless list of reasons why video games like are closer to reality than not. Than reality is sometimes. Like, for instance, even though the drivers in GTA 4 Liberty City are comically awful at driving, like the stuff that happens is outrageously, the people are just horrible, like they have to go to driver's educational courses, remedial courses. But they're still better drivers than most drivers that I see on the road, just generally speaking. Maybe not all of them, but occasionally I see some people are very bad drivers. Anyways, so in this video I say, would you buy?
Bright, Shining Smile video in 2006.
Waiting for it to load. That's the
so these people are where I was at. And also
and so it's like, whatever you want to be, just put it out there in virtual reality. Like, here's what I want to be, and elders can kind of work. It's like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you become whoever you wanted to be. And like, come to find out, my last name, Padrino, translates from Italian and Spanish into Godfather. Like, that is who I am. Like, it really is. And it's one of the greatest gifts. It's like I wanted to be like a movie star, like Don Corleone or Al Pacino, or even like Borat. And I don't know. And I was thinking about that again, like J-Rock, Eminem's caricature from Trailer Park Boys on Showcase. It's Canada's HBO channel. A lot of people know about it. It has a cult following. At the end of one of their movies, the same movie that includes the J-Rock getting mad at Tim Dog, who's like, did you just suck your teeth at me? And J-Rock's like, I didn't suck my teeth at you, know what I'm saying? And he's like, yes you did. And he's like, no, I didn't. And he really did. But at the end of the movie, it's a happy ending because he finally goes on MTV. He's premiered on MTV. And it's like a celebration. It shows J-Rock's like it's a whole much ado about J-Rock going on MTV. And like, for me to go on MTV now, like, I've always had massive stage fright. And Italians are generally, we have that, like, I think it's inherent. Like, I think it's genetic, and for good reason. Anyways, like, I would be just fine preparing myself on MTV, just like J-Rock, happened to J-Rock in Trailer Park Boys, I think part 2. They had one movie, and then the second movie. And good news, Beavis and Butthead, I read in the news a couple of months ago, starting their second movie. They had Beavis and Wood Does America, and Does America, huge favorite. No, I'm just joking. And I don't know what Michael Judge, creator of Beavis and Butthead, is gonna, if it's gonna be more like King of the Hill or what. So anyways, I'm just trying to
that Brando
find
from Godfather Part 1.
2 shares.
And
8 views. I don't know. Where's the part where I'm like, would you buy? Would you buy? Like talking to imaginary people. And that was for college. I have so many videos from way back then that I lost into the ether. I unlocked my YouTube account recently from the era before Google purchased YouTube for $1.8 billion in 2006. I finally managed to unlock it like 2 days ago, and I guessed it on the third try. I didn't even know where to try to find it until a few days ago, and I unlocked it the same day, my first YouTube account. And unfortunately, when I went, just like in my old Yahoo mail that has some of the stuff that I wrote during college that I tried to store digitally, it's so old that not only is it archived, they deleted it off my account, so I'll never be able to find this stuff ever again. And some of it I had sent to my dad's Gmail, and it's a long story. Just essays that I wrote, right, and stuff like that for history or English, whatever. What else? I mentioned so many threads that it's going to be hard to keep track of this thing. Do I have a link to this or not? I'll try to link to this after the video in post-production. So the video that I'm talking about, I have to scroll all the way up now. So here's the link room. Wow, I'm going to read this now. Hello, fellow internet users, and sent from my iPad, as I bow my head, and sent from my iPad. And I noticed that I watched the Are You Entertained scene of Gladiator again today, because I mentioned it in the video I'm about to show, and he bows. He bows to his sensei before he fights the 4 guys on the field and then starts throwing his cutlass into the crowd. He's like, are you not entertained? Like, are you not, this is impressment. Anyways, Russell Crowe in Gladiator, towards the beginning, when he starts to make his name for himself as a gladiator. Anyways. And I took that was a quote from one of my videos from 2019. Hello, fellow internet users, and from my iPad, like as I bow. Rafi's over there mocking me in the general room. Hopefully I can show that. So here's a Borat reaction. I'm just going to hit that like. That's how Discord works. Alright, so my avatar is one of these Pokemon cards. And I have to link to, that's official, very official right there, seal. Anyways, that's when my mom calls a cat named Salem that's joined our household. She goes, seal. Sort of like my dad's name, Dale, spelled like the Spanish Dale, and Mary Magdalene, and not Madeline, that's spelled differently. Anyways, when she gets mad at my dad, she goes, Doo! Kind of like Deal or No Deal, the name of the TV show. It's so funny. Alright, I don't know what this joke means. Here's Sony Ericsson with the Pokemon card. He goes, say! And like kicks from Super Smash Brothers. He's one of the special characters. And Sal is my one follower on Twitter in my Sony Ericsson account. I told a guy in the general room yesterday, I said, take a hike with a Sony Walkman, son. You know, ditch that iPod for a U.S. Army general issue bipod. So anyways, if I had $1 for every time that I heard the word Halo, the video game Halo, seen something about it, heard about it, from friends try to convince me to play it, I'd have $50,000 approximately. And
if I could get into my Android code of my phone and change that for Republican Space Rangers, because GTA 4 and 5 put Halo on blast. This is a parody of Halo, and it's so funny. It won't play in the browser or in the app. It's so funny, yo. And it's super funny. And it's so hypocritical because, I'm not going to say. I said this is a private company of video game developers, video game streamers, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to call it, this company here. And so is free speech really allowed in a private company? In a public company, it's different. So, moment of silence. The other thing. What does David Spade said? He says, "Is that one of ours?" That's not one of ours. Get down. Anyways, I'm going to turn it on right now before I forget. Netflix, David Spade new special. Dave Chappelle and David Spade are two most people affected by Robert Saget's passing. I think that's what he called it. Don't take it personal. His new special. I thought it was called, his in-person special was Catch Me Inside. How about that? You stupid or what, you smart TV? That's so funny. I have a smart TV. I have a smart TV. Do I have to turn it on and off again just so it says smart TV? Does it say Samsung Smart TV? It should. I'm gonna dip on the camera though. And you know what? I gotta watch Die Hard 3 on Amazon, because it's there on Prime. I tried to find out where to watch it, and it said Amazon Prime. It was on there, so. TV's going slow. I don't know what's up. Oh, I'm not pressing the OK button. Okay. Prime Video, Netflix. I'll go with Netflix. I don't know. I'd probably rather watch Die Hard 3, to be honest, because there's only a few scenes on YouTube. And my dear's in that movie. My dear would like this. Auntie Vivian. Aunt Viv. Anyway, so while Netflix loads, what? So funny, like, even though the S5 is from 2015, they're on the Galaxy S25. It's like, there's no way I can keep up. So what else? I also have to change my Notepad file to add to my home screen. So at Mad Money with Jim Cramer is the other part of this diss right here. It was half a quote that I did from my film school first year.
And just like I said, I'm blocking it, and then I blocked it.
That's the end of the diss. It ends very anticlimactically.
And that was it.
So I made the timestamp right here, where I dissed him. Now I gotta switch again. I gotta show what I'm talking about. I don't know what that is. I would give it 100. Yo, that's so funny. The Don brought me to he made me my own room over here. And it's a long story. On the YouTube live stream, he was interacting with one of my friends, Spaz, and I couldn't see his comments in the live chat. And after like a few times, I was like, wait, I wouldn't block Spaz, so he must have blocked me. And I said it was paranoying, like annoying, or like aware. The word aware and annoying, plus paranoid, or like real annoyed. Kind of like that song, Paranoia, from the 90s. Or the Ozzy Osbourne song from the 70s, Paranoid. And I think Garbage has a version that's complete trash. I don't even recognize it. Like, keep it 100. I don't like their version. I like Green Day's version of Brain Stew.
I can't think of the title right now. I just was listening to their Trash album, first album. I'm being facetious when I say that. It's the greatest album, Green Day's first album. Looks like somebody's typing. Friggin' what did I say? This is the one that looks like the Who's album from that video. If it's still over here. I don't think it is.
It might have been.
At some point in this video.
I guess there is more. Maybe I'll make a part 2. Okay, so
I'm worried about going on Facebook on my phone because, oh no, don't do that. Everlast, that Everclear band. Father of mine. Here it is, this one. This big picture and this little. Just look at the random generation of colors there. And that. And my first YouTube account is named Double Dollar Bill. I changed it after many years of battling Music Rights Societies, man. And in the name Double Dollar Bill is lead, like Led Zeppelin. So Abe from Abe's Odyssey, my first game on PlayStation 1, is like Abraham Jaffe. Mad Cartoonist just celebrated his 101st birthday last March. Truthfully, he would like this. I'm gonna make the room that Don David Jaffe made for me on his Discord into a shrine to Abraham, aka Al Jaffe, Mad Magazine cartoonist, and he signs his name with that symbol there. It's like, do you know what this means? Signs his name that way. So where is it? Yeah. So before I streamed Twisted Metal, Transformer, Sweet Tooth Ice Cream Truck actually transforms into Metal Gear Solid Walking Battle Tank, and it's capable of surviving a nuclear holocaust. That's what the game Metal Gear Solid is all about. So it's like Twisted Metal Gear in that video, just to big up it. And also I asked the Don, was Sweet Tooth's character, considering Twisted Metal PlayStation 1 premiered in November of, I almost said 2015, 1995, and that was like 6 months after the movie Friday premiered with an ice cream truck character who looks eerily similar to Thumper's character, Bruce Cochran, Cochran, and I was like, and he replied. He said it was the actor who played him. He said, we got to have this lowrider character in this game. So was the game really developed as just like a trailer for Warhawk? Also Twisted Metal 1 or PlayStation 1 rather. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here trying to get Netflix to load, and now I'm getting angry. I'm gonna restart the TV. When I say I'm sitting here, I mean I'm standing here. Standing online. The Ballad of Jaffe Hova. So here's what I said. Pinky and the Brian. That's NVIDIA. Like the friggin', and he's shilling it like a stock. Here's Brian. And here's Mario Kart's Mario Kart Paquito Mosquito. Darn. Oh well. TV's TV rebuttal. How long has that been muted for? Wow. I don't even know how long it's been muted for. Has this entire video been muted? I'm gonna be livid because I put my brain on a shelf while I record. Oh, there's just too many things. But yeah, it's just Mad Money. Jim Cramer talking about NVIDIA. And nothing makes me mad, about the show, Mad Money with Jim Cramer, stock show on CNBC, Commerce, NBC, whatever. But what Warren Buffett said, he's like, what an investor does is he sees all his friends interested in a company. When he thinks to himself as he matures, maybe I'll just invest in the stock of the company rather than go out and buy the next pair of Nikes, for instance. And NVIDIA is like the first video game stock where all the elders of millennials, Generation X, you name it. So there was Generation 8, kind of like VII in Roman numerals, and then all the way up to what millennials are is Generation XI, like 11. And that's why Generation X is called Generation X, because they're Generation 10, the 10th generation of Americans. That's a mouthful. Anyways, so on the stock show, my dad very frequently watches his favorite TV show on earth is Jim Cramer, Mad Money. And nothing makes me mad until he starts talking about NVIDIA. And like these guys call in, it's like that Trading Places movie, talking about futures and like agricultural stuff before stocks became mainstream. It's like these elderly guys are like, let me hear about that NVIDIA, the video game, making fun of the word video games. Old people my age, graphics processing units, producer, NVIDIA. I don't know. That's all I have to say. That's not all I have to say, but I have to end this to make sure that, because I'm not wearing my glasses, I didn't mess up everything pressing those buttons over there. I'll just try one more time and see what happens. That's weird. It sort of embeds certain parts of the video for copyright purposes. I have no idea. I really, really hope it wasn't muted before. So that's all.